Hey guys, welcome to Power Weight Fitness. Today's workout number 1 of our Go Mile workouts. This is, well, it's technically a second workout. The first workout was a threshold workout, and I'm going to be describing what I'm doing. I'm going to be describing what the Go Mile is all about. Before we do anything, if you guys could subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you want to see more content about running, general working out, or follow along workouts I film right here in this basement. Once again, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and let's get this done. So right now, I have the computer over here right below me so you guys can see what I'm doing. If I look down once in a while, showing the workout description. This workout is, like I said, Go Mile number 1. It's a 10-week program to run your fastest mile. This is workout number 1, and what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be running a 200 at my Go Mile pace, which for me is a 5:30 per mile pace, which I believe is on 10.9 miles an hour. And I'm going to be doing 1200 my threshold pace, which I determined last week. So if you guys want to see how to determine your threshold running pace, click the link right above, right there, right now. And then that's going to be followed by another 200 at my Go Mile pace. That will give me a 1600, so it'll give me a mile. I'm going to take a 1-minute break and follow that with a 400 at my threshold pace minus a few seconds, so a little bit faster than threshold pace. So right now, what I'm kind of doing, I already warmed up. I just kind of ran a lap over here in the beginning of this, just to get going and get my bearings together and set my camera and everything else. And so like I said, once again, I'm going to start with a 200 at my Go Mile pace, and I believe it's going to be starting fairly soon. And there's going to be a picture of a track. That's the track that you guys can see the phone hanging over my TV screen there, and you can see I'm starting at 10.9 miles an hour. And the treadmill's starting up, and I'm going to run my 200. Then I'm going to slow down to a 1200 and speed up to a 200, then run a 400. So that's basically it. So that's the Go Mile for this week. Next week it's going to be broken down differently. So this is a progression from week to week, where we're going to run more time. We're going to spend more time at the Go Mile pace and less time at the threshold pace. And then each week we also are going to add at a 400 at the end of the workout. So this is week number 1. We're doing 1 400. Next week we're going to do a different interval workout for the Go Mile, and then we're going to end up with 2 400s on 1 mile rest. So next week I might do this workout at double speed, or at least show the 400 at double speed, because even today 11 minutes of talking for me is going to be quite a bit. But in general, like I mentioned, a subscription, guys. If you do want to subscribe, I will provide, and I do provide, a lot of content about running and endurance racing, especially triathlon. I was an amateur triathlete for a long time, and I also provide workouts that we can do at home. I work out right here in this basement. You guys, if you guys follow me before, you probably recognize the guy that's standing behind me. And I provide anything from beginner workouts to more advanced workouts, and I might not look like I'm in great shape, but I can pretty much hold my own pretty well when it comes to endurance work. So anyway, I'm running this 1200 right now, and again, this is a 200, 1200, 200 workout. Next week is going to be something different. So next week, I believe next week's workout is at 300, and then we move on to 1000. Then we run another 300 at Go Mile pace, followed by 2 400s. It's not necessarily always going to build that way. It's going to build maybe a 400, 200, 400, 200 type of way. But slowly but surely, we're going to work our way up towards the Go Mile. So if you guys haven't done already, so check out the threshold pacing workout and how to figure out your run threshold. And then you can determine your own paces for this mile. Generally, I don't recommend a complete beginner do this, because we don't want anybody to get injured, to get hurt. But if you're, been running for a year or two and you always wanted to see how fast you can run a mile, this is a very good program that I've done before. One of my coaches used this on me a few years ago, and he was an Olympic level coach. He coached Olympic level triathletes. So this is something that's been done for a long time, and I don't know if you guys have heard of it or not, which is okay. I'm bringing it to you right here, and it's called the Go Mile. So I'm still running at 200, but I'm going to veer off the subject a little bit and talk about triathlon and long distance training a little bit. Somebody posted a comment on a different YouTube video, and I responded to it, and then they asked me a question. They mentioned they're a newbie and they wanted to know how do you sustain being an endurance athlete for a long time, because they found it very physically demanding and very mentally demanding for a newbie. And my response is, it's got to be, you have to make it fun. And when you, especially when you're younger, in order to make it fun, don't sign up for long distance. I don't recommend as a coach for you to sign up for long distance races. Sign up for simple local races that will not require a lot of specialized equipment, will not require a lot of money besides the sign up fee, and something that you can do locally, have fun. Your family and friends can come and visit, and you'll know your neighbors maybe, and it'll be a lot safer, smaller community, much more friendly race. Start with that. Start with sprint races, which will take you, if you're fast, for anywhere from an hour to maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours if you're a little bit slower, which is just fine because you have just as much fun. And then maybe move on to Olympic distance races. And then if you do those for 2-3 years, whatever you're comfortable with, really. And then from there you can move on to longer Ironman races, half Ironman races. Those races are such huge commitments that it's really something to think about. Because the entry fee can be between $750 and $1,000. A lot of the times the races are not local, so you have to travel to the race. You either drive, whatever amount of miles it is, or you have to fly. If you do fly, you have to bring your bike and a lot of equipment with, so you're paying luggage fees on top of your ticket. And let's say your family wants to come and watch you, they have to fly. And then mostly for these races, the hotels are all booked up within 30-mile radius, or they're really expensive. So before you know it, this $1,000 race is going to be costing you $3,000 to $4,000, and we're not even talking about all the money you might have spent on a fancy bike, because you don't want to do a race that's you've been training a couple of years for on an inexpensive bike. So the money you spend on the bike, the money you spend on the wetsuit, the multitudes of running shoes and sports nutrition drinks, and different cycling gear and running gear and swimming gear. It is not a cheap sport. So I definitely do recommend, if you're just starting out, start out with small racing, simple races. There's a lot of races that accept mountain bikes. You can do on a mountain bike. If not, buy a used road bike and just do it on a road bike. You'll find the road bike is going to be much more comfortable than a triathlon bike. It's got a little bit different position. Even though they look very similar, they are somewhat different. I don't know why this camera went out of focus. There we go. So now you can see me once again. So I'm looking down at the video at the left or right over here right now, and I'm running at my 200 pace right now. And after this, I'm going to walk for about, I believe, a minute, and then run my 400. So that's basically the goal mile number one. Once again, 200, 1200, 200, followed by a 400 at a little bit faster than a threshold pace. But back to starting and talking about triathlon, keep it fun. If you get too serious about it, too detailed about it right away, it might seem like fun in the beginning because you're going to feel like you're accomplishing more being a triathlete. But after a while, it kind of wears on you. So I always recommend start slow, keep it very simple. Don't overcomplicate things. Don't worry about if you're running with paces and power and all this other stuff. Just go, sign up for a race, finish the race, make sure you pose for a good finish of pictures. High five the kids, high five the fans as you're running by, or high five your family. That's what you should concentrate on. That's what will keep you coming back to the sport, because that's what will make it fun. And nobody wants to do anything that's not fun, right? You guys are watching this video because hopefully this is somewhat it's informative, maybe not very fun, but I understand that. And whatever we're doing, if you're following my basement workouts, hopefully they're fun and they're practical and kind of easy to do and easy to follow, at least. If you're following these goal mile workouts, hopefully you have a goal of finishing a goal mile in whatever time, and that's kind of fun for you to do. I'm having fun doing these YouTube videos, even though I have 100, as of right now, I believe I have 166 subscribers. So it's just a reminder, if you're enjoying this, if you want to learn more about running and endurance sports, don't forget to subscribe, because I will provide all the content that you guys can handle, because I've been an endurance athlete for almost 20 years, and I've been coaching endurance athletes for 10 years. So yeah, any kind of questions you guys might have, I can probably answer them. So on this video, going back to this video, I'm right now walking, I'm just cooling down a little bit, and then I'm going to knock out a 400, and I believe this 400 for me is going to be at a 6 minute, 6 minute per mile pace, which is just slightly faster than my threshold pace. I believe my threshold pace when I tested it was 6:22, which was actually quite surprising for me because I haven't ran in a long time, because after 20 years of endurance racing, my knees are not too kind to me. But I kind of thought this would be fun to do because I don't have to run too much, and the reason why I'm running on a treadmill because of those poor knees. And you guys, if you watched any of my running videos, you probably see what my knees, what my squat technique looks like. And the reason why my squats aren't very good is because my knees are pretty much shot and they kind of sound like a couple of rusty door hinges. But there's only a few seconds left in this video. I believe it's about a minute or so, so I'm going to start wrapping things up. I'm going to finish this 400. Next week's workout is going to be also posted on Thursdays. I'm going to post the running workouts on Thursdays. Mondays, as always, are my usual regular workouts in the basement. Right now, I'm kind of liking doing these mini workouts that are about 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes long, no longer than that. Come back for those. You can attach those to the end of your workouts, whatever workout you may be doing. There's going to be a lot of core work involved, and who doesn't need more core work? So this video wraps up. I finished this goal mile right here, this 400 right now. I hope you guys enjoy this. That's me running. It was live, as you can tell. You know, I have the camera hanging over the phone. You can see the track that I'm running on. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week for goal mile number 2. It's going to be 2 out of 10. Thanks a lot for watching.